Today on Blind.
Come on in, everyone. Come on. I can see different things that makes me change my mind. But right now, we got the one thumbs up for Jalen and Josh, and we got the thumbs down for Brittany and Will. And now we're going to get introduced to two more couples this episode. And the first couple we're going to talk about is Derek and Megan. And what's
Everybody hit the like button, $15 live stream goal. Cash App, PayPal, Streamlabs all at the top of the chat. If we meet goal, I stay on 2 hours. Whatever you can give is greatly appreciated. You know? But yeah, Cash App, PayPal, Streamlabs is preferred because YouTube take 30% off the top and make me wait 30 days to get it for Super Chat and Super Stickers. But 70% of something is better than 100% of nothing. Hold on, let me pull the stream up on my TV and then we're gonna get into this ridiculous nonsense. This is
like telling a nigga good morning.
Yeah, I remember
Like being
that.
nice, sweet, charming, and warm.
This woman was a show.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna run that back. So everybody hit the like button. I'm looking for a $15 live stream goal to stay on 2 hours. Whatever you can give is greatly appreciated. $5 makes you the live stream sponsor, king or queen of the stream. Yeah, hit the like button. Let's get into it. This is somebody reviewing Married at First Sight, so I'm gonna touch on a few points.
and the first couple we're going to talk about is Derek and Megan.
Okay, Derek and Megan. So I'm trying to see what I would rate Megan. They kind of look like they could be brother and sister a little bit, or maybe I'm tripping. Y'all let me know below. But I saw Megan. Obviously when I looked at the show without makeup, and she looks completely different without makeup. But I'm trying to see what would I rate her with makeup. Mm, this is a tough one. I don't know. She has a different kind of look. I guess maybe a 6. A light 6. Yeah.
And what's my prediction for Derek and Megan? A thumbs down. Sorry. I bet some of you thought I was going to give them a thumbs up. Nope, not giving them a thumbs up. Let me tell you something. The first part we heard about Megan was that she has been single for 7 years. And she knew
Okay, they're both 38. And if you just heard, or if you didn't just hear, she's 38 and been single for 7 years. Man, where do I begin with that? Where the hell do I begin? She claims because she works a lot or yada yada yada. No. See, and that's what women want you to. That's what older women over. I'll just say that's what older women over 30 want you to believe who are single. They want you to believe, oh, I just work a lot or just had a few, bad situations. No, no. I've just been busy. Oh, I just don't go out enough. That ain't it. Because they want you to only focus on why they've been single this past, 2 or 3 years. They want you to completely forget about 15 to 30. They just want you to focus on maybe 30 to 33 while she been single. So then you can accept the BS of, oh, I just work a lot and I don't go places as the reason why she's still single. So she's been single since 31 and she's 38 now. So we already know what that is. Y'all already know what I'm going to say. Because she's a slightly above average looking woman. So I would a slightly above average looking woman, blonde. I don't know what color her eyes. But look, her looks isn't her problem. She's not fat. And actually, she got big hooters. So a fairly cute blonde with big hooters, single for 7 years on the dating market, what could that be? Well, look, I'll tell you what it is. I got a meme to explain why, a fairly cute blonde with big hoots has been single on the dating market for 7 years.
They get stuck in this endless trap of all the men I want don't want me and or are already married, or the men who want me, I don't want them. So they end up like stuck in the middle.
What's up everyone, I hope you're all having a wonderful day or night,
Be
but
back.
for now let's get into the video.
One of the influencers that I follow that I like announces that they're pregnant. I unfollow them.
Is that really a reason to cut off someone's content? I've been a creator for 12 years now, so I understand parasocial relationships. I've been there on both sides. However, this
Hey, what's up everyone, I hope you're all having a wonderful day or night, but for now let's get into the video.
A lot of men don't like strong women because it requires them to be a man. Not a boy who wants attention, not a guy who wants control, a real, grounded, strong man. And y'all just can't deal with it.
Yeah, sure, why not? But how would you define a strong... Well, let's start with woman before we get to the strong woman. Because what I've seen so far, the ones claiming they're strong, they also claim they're strong and independent. You know the don't need no man type? Why don't I show you one just to prove my point?
Hello, hi. I'm wondering, is there anyone... No, not anyone. Is there any female that's around this time right now that can please fix this dripping tap because it's pissing me off? This is all it does all day, all night. And it's keeping me awake. It's keeping me awake at night. So please, please, please.
Well, there you go. She needs no man. She wants a female to come help her call a man to fix that.
I keep seeing girls online talking about how they are higher value than a coffee date. And I think that that's kind of crazy because if you value your time, if you're dating online, you would not put yourself in the situation where you're spending 3 hours with a complete stranger that you don't even know if you're attracted to yet. Yeah, I think people's egos are getting to them way too much, and people are listening too much to what people online are saying. And you are literally disrespecting your own time by going and accompanying a man for dinner for like 2 to 3 hours. Again, if you don't even know what he's like, and if he is going and buying you an expensive dinner and he doesn't even know what you're like, that shows his worth is very low, because you could just be a catfish. And I don't mean like a complete catfish, but I mean you might not be representative of what your profile pictures look like.
It's actually talking with some type of sense and logic. It happens from time to time. Let's get back to what we was into. So back to the 38-year-old blonde with big hooters who's been single for 7 years. Now, see, there's always exceptions to the rule. You know what I mean? The 30-plus woman who actually can be a good woman to a man with a few tweaks, a little counseling. It exists. I need y'all to help me get the likes up, though. And Rare Breed Gang, glad you stopped by. But holla at me in the live chat. Let me know you rocking with me. But, you know, it happens. But 97% of the time, no. Think about how pathetic a woman has to be to where it's like, I can't get a man out in the world, so I'll try to sign up for a show and have a show find me a man where I'll marry a guy I've never even seen before. Think about how crazy that is as a concept. Seriously. Now, for men, it's not as pathetic, because men, we got to fish however we can fish. Women, you know, generally speaking, women aren't really checking for men. Women are checking for a very niche percentage of men. So generally speaking, women aren't attracted to men, frankly. So it's not as pathetic if a man had to come on this show. But let's just continue.
Let me tell you something. The first part we heard about Megan was that she has been single for 7 years, and she knew she needed a lot of work on her. So she went out and hired herself a life coach. I love it, Megan.
She went so deep, she went past hell.
Well, I guess this
She
is
went past Satan, saying like, where are you going? You're home now.
You can't make a woman happy. It's impossible. I've never met a happy woman in my life.
Listen to Auntie on this one. I would not steer you wrong.
when you take advice from a woman, literally do the complete opposite of whatever she says.
So, okay. So, maybe there was some self-awareness that, look, I'm a train wreck. I can't attract and maintain a man to save my life. So let me try to be proactive and try to do something to fix myself. I'll give women credit for doing that, but she took the complete wrong route. What she needed to do is go get a male therapist who's going to be a hard ass and tell her what she needs to hear, not some wooey fooey life coach, female life coach. And it is a female life coach. So yeah, or even if she was going to get a male coach, or even if she was going to get a dating coach, she needed to get a hard ass male coach, dating coach, who's really going to put a boot up her ass. She essentially got some wooey fooey female dating coach who's just going to say, believe in yourself and, you know, manifest. That's not helping her. So, yeah, that's a waste of money.
Because what she said was she was too business oriented, and that she needed to get more balance in her life between her.
And let me go back to that. This whole argument. Oh, I just been focused on school and career. I'm too business minded. That's why I've been failing with men since I was 15. No. You've been failing with boys since you were a teenager. You being career focused has nothing to do with that. You've been failing with the male gender long before you ever had a career. So that's the cope. It's a misdirection. Just don't go for it.
Balance in her life between her personal life and also her work life. She works with her family. She was bringing way too much business into a relationship, and that was really not allowing her to have success. I love her efforts. I really do. But I guess I want to say this. Does she seem like she's all the way there yet? No. Because Megan sat up there at that altar with her hands on her hips. Too many times I saw Megan with her hands on her hips. I'm like, girl, where you at the altar? Why your hands on your hips?
Because she's a bossy, controlling person. And she even told the person running the wedding, like, okay, I'm getting antsy, let's get this show on the road. Like, that's not the type of energy you want to feel from your newlywed. I mean, yeah, the energy is just all off. I mean, I guess you could say it's masculine. I mean, yeah, I guess you could say masculine. Well, that sounds weird to say men don't walk around with their hands on their hip, but it, it's masculine in a feminine way, however you want to put it. She's being masculine in a feminine presenting way. Like, yeah, get your hands off your hip and just stand there and be vulnerable and open. They're just cringe, man. It's how can I put this? When a young lady doesn't get put in her proper position from, I'll just say, from 16 to 22, there is no there is nothing positive coming after that. When women go out in the world and just go do their own thing, and they're not in the proper context of where a woman should be in her life at a certain point, basically with a man, having kids, on a man program, being feminine, being submissive, being open, they're gonna be a piece of shit, essentially. When they go out in the world and go do their own thing, whether that be school, a career, hanging out with friends, traveling the world, whatever they do, if it's outside the pocket of submitting to a man, being feminine, submissive, nurturing, vulnerable, they're going to be a piece of crap. Those essentially are the two options 90% of the time. They don't independently grow into anything righteous. They essentially have to be forced to be righteous under the control of a righteous man. Well, and let me they can be conditioned into being somewhat righteous under the constant supervision of a righteous man. So honestly, the game that a man is playing when he tries to date a woman over 30 who been out in the world on her own, not under male supervision, he's trying to win a football game where he's down, 28 points in the fourth quarter, trying to reframe her mind and mold her into being something halfway decent as a wife. And she's damn near 40, so at this point it's pretty much over, but it's going to be fun to watch the train wreck. Let me check something real quick because there's a couple of scenes I want to go over. Let me see if the episodes are on YouTube. Y'all want me to stay on 2 hours? I'm looking to meet a $15 live stream goal. Nothing has been met. Cash App, PayPal, Streamlabs, all at the top of the chat.
जी वैगन को यहाँ पर पार्क कर लेते हैं और यहाँ पर भाई अपनी गाड़ी चोरी वगैरह तो नहीं होगी क्योंकि यहाँ पर वैसे भी कौन आता जाता होगा। ठीक है भाई।
Trying to think. I could probably figure out a way to pull it up later or something.
Hands on her hips. I'm like, girl, where you at the altar? Why your hands on your hips? Okay. And Megan's told us she's an introvert. Now, on the other hand, we got her husband, who is Derek, who says he's an engineer. He's an extroverted engineer. He likes to travel a lot. He's been all around the world, lived different places, anywhere from Mexico to Bali to Spain. And I said, huh. And he said how he loved dating in those countries. And I thought to myself, those women don't look anything like Megan. Megan is a country girl from Austin, Texas. Okay. She says she's from Louisiana, but they moved to Austin, Texas. Any event, he seems like a wanderer. He's an extrovert. He likes to bounce around and he likes EDM music.
So he's just on here to be on TV and to further his career. This is a handsome white man who got the money to travel around the world. He didn't have to come on a TV show in dog shit America to marry some dog shit American woman. Like let's be real. This man has, especially a handsome white man. I think he's fairly tall, traveling the world. This is strictly a business move, flat out.
And that was a red flag to Megan. Megan said, me and my family, we go to a country music concert every month. And what he said was not only was it not his favorite music, he basically said he don't even really like it. Uh-oh. Is Megan going to be able to compromise? Is Derek going to be able to compromise? We'll have to see. But if Megan is anything like her mama, the answer is going to be no. If Megan has picked up any of these bad habits from this mama, the answer is going to be no. They both were ambitious. He said he's a COO of health and wellness company. And she says she hasn't had sex for 2 years. So she a little bit wound up. She really is. Maybe after he cracks her back, she'll loosen up a little bit because.
So let's talk about that real quick. She's been single for 7 years, and she hasn't had sex in 2 years. So from 36 to 38, she hasn't had sex. But can you imagine how much sex she had from 16 to 36? So yeah, she probably tired of sex at this point. She done been fucked 6 ways from Sundays by this one and that one. She needed a break. Sometimes these hoes do take a break. Cause how many different times and by different men can you get fucked by before it's just like, all right, shit, let me relax. We put this pussy on hold for a minute. But see, and let's dive in on this. See, cause this is, hold on, bear with me. Sorry about the mic moving. This kind of goes with the whole I'm celibate until marriage at 38. Nah, she didn't say she was. She didn't say she was celibate until marriage. What up, Lauren? What up, Hazo? But this is what a lot of women do. They get the bright idea way too late. Well, maybe I shouldn't pass my pussy around like Girl Scout cookies. And then maybe I'll finally get that worthwhile guy if I stop passing my pussy around. Because that hasn't been working for 20 years. Just fucking guys I like or I'm attracted to. So let me start trying to withhold the coochie. But it's like, bam, it's too late for all that. Well, let me not say that. Let me not say that. It is a good idea to maybe not fuck a guy the first couple days of knowing him. If you're actually looking for something serious. Yeah, that's probably a good idea. To get to know somebody a little bit before you let them feel your insides. So I'm not mad at women for finally having this epiphany. But just the problem is, by that point, you're just damaged and ruined. And it's probably not going to work out with the sucker you trick into thinking you're some type of good girl. And see, I'm so glad the red pill exists. Because back in the day, a dude would have went for that. Oh, she hasn't had sex in 2 years? I mean, okay, maybe she just had a couple failed relationships. No, bruh. She's been ran through more than the Holland Tunnel just because she took a break from 2 years. I mean, yeah, her pussy needed a break. Her pussy lips needed a break from getting beat to shit for 20 years. It's not because she's wholesome and got such great morals. She's trying to trick a fool like you into thinking that. So you can marry her and give her kids and check off all her boxes. But yeah, the whole I've been celibate for 2, 3 years. It's ma'am, I get it. But I don't get it. That's where I'm at with it. She's trying to trick you, bro. That's what I need men to understand about these little celibacy journeys after 30. Let's get back into it. Everybody hit the like button. I'm looking to meet $15 to stay on 2 hours. Nothing has been met. Whatever you can give is greatly appreciated. Cash App, PayPal, Streamlabs, all at the top of the chat.
I get it, but then I don't get it. That's where I'm at with it.
You can loosen up a little bit because right now the hands on the hips is giving tight, is giving real tight. She's hoping that she got an extrovert because what she wants is she wants someone to pull her out of her comfort zone, her shell. Well, sometimes extroverts don't want to be doing all this damn work to pull you out. Now, balance is key. Opposites do attract. So he can pull you out as long as you're willing to go. But Megan's family is very conservative. They seem a little bit stuck in their ways. That mama was not happy about this marriage. She had a scowl on her face the whole time. In fact, Megan's daddy wasn't even at the wedding to walk her down the aisle because she said he has nose cancer. I guess he didn't want to be in the sun. And I thought, okay, I guess the mama's going to walk her down the aisle. Nope, not at all. That mama sat in that seat with a scowl on her face and then told that man, Derek, once she met him, I wasn't for this. I didn't approve of this.
Yeah, the mom's a stone cold bitch. The mom keeps saying, well, I'm going to tell you the two things the mom said that was just out of pocket. Well, it's 3 things I could go in on. So, well, let me first touch on the girl who's getting married right here, the blonde. She went on this whole speech. It really was just cope because her dad and brother didn't come. So it was cope about not being walked down the aisle. She went on this whole speech about, I'm a strong, independent woman, so I'm walking myself down the aisle. I'm capable, I'm strong, I'm woman, hear me roar. So I'm giving myself away. She said some stupid, goofy feminist rant like that, and it was so fucking cringe. But anyway, another reason why I'm like, this isn't gonna fucking work. But because let's be real, no man wants a strong, independent feminist type as a wife. An opinionated, strong, independent. Let's just be real. Pretty much essentially no man wants that. 90% of men don't want that. I'm gonna say, and the 10% who would say they want it or think they want it, let them be with that woman for 5 years, and I bet that switch up. But so back to the mom. The mom kept saying negative shit like, well, 50% of divorces or 50% of marriages end in divorce, and well, what if you're not attracted to him? I'll get a jet for you if you're not attracted to him. She just kept throwing salt in the game. And then, yeah, she was scowling and mean mugging everybody at the wedding the whole time. And then she went up to this dude's mom. I can't stand cunts like this. And this is a large percentage of women, especially over 40. They're horrible, dark souls. But anyway, she went up. But then I'm going to say something positive about the mom that the mom said too, though. So I'm going to throw a curve ball in there. But overall, she's a stone cold bitch overall. But the mom went up to his mom and whispered in her ear, if they're still together in 6 months, come visit us.
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
Fled.
What kind of shit is that? Is this camera on me? Yes. That's stupid. Use your common sense. You're so dumb. You are really dumb. For real.
You just saying anything now, ho. That's a perfect. You just saying anything now, ho.
I mean, damn, sis, why does somebody have to tell you not to be a bitch? Why is that your go-to?
This lady is a trip, y'all. This lady is a trip. So then she sat down with bro. She sat down with the groom. And she was just negative as fuck and essentially told him like, oh, first thing she said to him, which I mean, I know editing and all that, but the first thing we saw her say to him is, you're not a serial killer, right? Like this is but this is the energy that men get in modern times. It's just from the jump, like, what's up with what's your issue? Everybody just give us their ass to kiss, specifically women. And well, men don't treat each other that great either. I mean, men are just trying to dominate other men all day and like break balls of other men and like kind of disrespecting shit on other men. I'm not gonna say all, but y'all know what I mean, especially like in the workplace and stuff. But it gets old, man. But so her first question was, "You're not a serial killer, are you?" It's just like, oh god. He kind of rolled his eyes like, "Oh, here we go with this fuck shit." But he said no, and she kept a straight face the whole time. And then essentially she wrapped it up by saying, "You know, I don't support this." My thing is, bitch, why did you come then? To be a dark cloud over the whole fucking wedding, you piece of shit. And that's what a lot of women over 40 become. They just become this dark cloud everywhere they fucking go. Always stirring up drama and throwing shade. Being shade. Fuck throwing shade. They are shade. So, yeah. She definitely wasn't putting good juju on the wedding. But let's continue. Fuck. Look, I'm gonna be honest. For me, where I'm at in my life, let's just say I did this. RB on Married at First Sight. Okay, somebody I know said I would not translate well on TV. I just want to throw that out there. I don't know how y'all think I would translate on TV. That motherfuckers would hate me, and like if they saw me on, y'all probably would hate me if you saw me on TV. I might not watch the channel anymore. I don't think I'm that much of an asshole. Ironically, I may not come across the most friendly and outgoing, and I can come across standoffish because I guess I don't really like talking to people. And I can go deeper into why I come off standoffish because it basically goes into what I'm about to say. Because I was about to say, despite how I may come off, or it might be standoffish, or it might not translate well on TV, I actually think I'm a better person than most of the people I come in contact with. As arrogant and pretentious as that sounds, I'm not trying to sound that way, but when it comes to actual like character, not like, oh, he came off a certain way, but like genuine character, yeah, unfortunately, I feel like I'm better than most of the people I meet. And I'm not happy about it. I don't want that to be the case. Being the only adult, being one of the few adults in the room, aka mature people in the room, or being the only morally decent people in the room is not a good life experience time after time again. But anyway, I went on a tangent there. But let's just get back into it.
God, you're sick.
Inconsiderate prick! You're a prick!
for this. I didn't approve of this. Woman, why mamas be doing this? Why they be doing this? Now, on the other hand, Derek's mother seemed nice and kind and sweet and had lots of affirming words to say to Derek. So here's the thing. Is Megan more like her mama? Because if Megan is like her mama and Derek is used to a mother like he's been used to, this ain't gonna work.
Yeah, it's not gonna work. They show previews. We might just have to. I don't know, man. I don't know. I'll put it like this. I want to go over the show, but it's gonna be extra work for me in a sense. I mean, some of y'all maybe think that's bullshit, but me trying to sign in a Peacock and the whole ordeal and reviewing the whole hour episode, it's gonna be more kind of work, I feel like, than my normal what I do. So I want to go over the episodes. I feel inconvenienced because it kind of put a monkey wrench in just our normal scheduled program or whatever. But the point I'm getting to, I would like to get paid to review the show. But I mean, nobody really seemed that interested in seeing it. But maybe you'd be more interested if you knew I was gonna be breaking down all the points. But the point is, I would like to get paid to review it. If that makes sense. So I don't know. I'd like to get like $20. Well, yeah, like $20 per episode. Is that too high? Maybe I'll incorporate. I don't know. I'll figure something out. But yeah, they showed some previews of her, and she just seems like kind of a spaz. Anytime an issue comes up, she's gonna kind of like freak out. Um, it, it's a few hints have come up in the first. Well, I watched all 4 episodes, but a few hints in the initial episode or two came up about how or why she's single at 38. But my point is, it's really gonna come through thick why she's single at 38 as we continue to watch episodes. Maybe instead of reviewing the real episode, maybe I'll just review her going over the episodes, and it'll jog my memory about what happened, and we can go over it. But yeah, once you start talking to women over 30, it doesn't take long to see why they're single. It really doesn't. And if you meet a woman who real cool, like let's say you start dating a woman over 30, she real cool, your antenna should be like, what the fuck? She seemed cool as fuck. Like, why she single at 30? Like your antenna, you should be waiting for that other shoe to drop. I mean, and hey, and if it doesn't, just continue with caution. That's all I would say. But my point is, it usually doesn't take long once you start talking to a woman over 30 to find out, oh yeah, you're fucked up. Oh, this is why. Yep.
If Megan is like her mama and Derek is used to a mother like he's been used to, this ain't gonna work. This is not going to work. A sweet mama versus a cold, harsh, critical mama. When Megan was sitting at her table during the reception and she was overwhelmed with emotions because she was actually very happy, very pleased with how the matchmakers matched her with Derek, that mama came over to her and saw her crying and said, "What's wrong with you?" Ooh, mama. These mamas, I'm telling you, these mamas out here be something, something, something else.
And let me be clear. Like, knowing what I know now in life, a bad mother-in-law is enough to just to throw away the relationship. You got to see what that dynamic is gonna be like with a woman's family before you even. I would do that before you even make it official boyfriend and girlfriend. I would go hang out with her family 3 or 4 times before you make it official. For real.
Mamas, I'm telling these mamas out here be something, something, something else. But so far, Derek says he believes that Megan is beautiful, that her eyes and her skin are beautiful, even though the women he said he's dated in the past from Bali and Mexico and Spain, I don't think they look anything like the country girl Megan is coming up with. But hey, beauty comes in all types. So maybe Derek is ready to change his type, because actually I'm not for sure Megan is his type. She may be beautiful, but I'm not for sure she is his type. But we shall see.
What are we rating Megan? I gave her a light 6. I gave her a light 6, especially like with no makeup. Yeah, light 6. Well, no, actually I saw her without makeup on the episode, and she went from like a 6 to a 4. Like without those drawn on eyebrows, the lipstick, the matte, like makeup really do wonders for some people. It really do wonders. So what do we? Can I get some ratings in the live chat? What are we rating Megan? Can I get some ratings in the live chat? Let me check on Rumble. Oh, we got a couple people on Rumble. Shout out to Rumble. We got 5 people watching on Rumble. That's what's up. Rumble Lights, can you holler at me in the live chat? Let me know you're here. I be just wanting to know who the family is. You know, I feel like I got a few people who watch regularly on Rumble. I feel like exclusively on Rumble, but I don't know who you are. But I guess hey, it's your prerogative if you want a nigga watch. But yeah, if y'all want me to stay on 2 hours, I'm looking at me the $15 live stream go, Cash App, PayPal, Streamlabs, all at the top of the chat. Nothing has been met. Let's get it. Everybody hit the like button if you haven't already.
And that mother went over there to Derek's mother and says, if they're together longer than 6 months, then I guess you can come over my house. Megan, girl, I hope you are nothing like your mama, because if you are, Derek ain't gonna put up with it. I'm gonna tell you right now.
Oh, let me tell you something positive that the momzilla said though, that I liked, which is just shocking. It shocked me that I was shocked that she said this. But she said, I take marriage very serious. She said this when she was talking to the groom. I take marriage very serious, and I've been married 43 years. The mom looked good for her age, because if she was married 43 years, she at least got to be 63 minimum. So, or around, at least over 60 for sure. So she looked good for her age, but she's a bitch. So looks, yeah, fuck looks when you're that much of a bitch. But she says, I take marriage very serious. I've been married 43 years, and she said something to the effect of, I still jump for joy when my husband walked through the door. I'm like, now, okay, I can't, even though she's a huge bitch, I gotta give her props for that. I gotta give her props for that, because I feel like that's rare. She's genuinely still in love with her husband and happy to be with him at 63 and still excited when he come through the door. I feel like that's rare. She could be one of those cases where she's a huge bitch to the rest of the world, but she's a darling to her husband. That exists. That is a thing. Rare, but it's a thing. You got some people who, they're a monster to everybody else in the world, but when it comes to their kid, they're an angel. Like their relationship with their kid, they're like a fairy tale. But with everybody else, they're a huge asshole. We all know people like that are terrible to everybody except maybe like 2 people they're wonderful to. But let's be clear, those people are still generally horrible, and I still think they're going to hell. I don't think you can get in heaven by, not that we're being good, decent human beings to get in heaven, but I'm just being kind of funny. But you can't get into heaven just being decent to 2 people out of all the people you come in contact with and meet in life. And that made me just think about something. I'm gonna use race as an example. There's certain white people. I don't want to say they're great to all white people, but you got certain white people who are racist against every other race. They treat white people great, and they treat the people in their inner circle great, but they treat every other race of people that they come in contact like pure shit. You're still going to hell, buddy. Like Yeah, you treat white people wonderful. That's not gonna cut it. You're still gonna burn the Hades, bro. You can't just treat. My point is, you can't just pick one little subgroup of humanity to be good to and think you're a good person. Or even just, you got people who they treat their family members and their inner circle of friends and shit great. If you asked his friends and family what kind of person he is, wonderful human being. But he treats literally everybody else outside of that circle like pure shit. You're not a good person. That's my perspective.
Like your mama, because if you are, Derek ain't gonna put up with it. I'm gonna tell you right now, Derek don't have no problem packing a bag and moving. He just told you he barely been in Austin except for a month. I hope he didn't pull a thing like that other boy did, that other man did a while ago, was all he wanted to do was apply to Married at First Sight in Austin. So he just moved there just so he can apply, but he really don't have no real roots there and he don't plan on staying. I'm gonna tell you right now, Megan ain't going nowhere. Megan is not going anywhere, Derek. So if your plan was to move to Austin just to be able to sign up for Married at First Sight, get selected, and then convince your wife to move, I'm not for sure that Megan is the one. I'm not feeling that right now. I really don't see it. Megan's mom says she doesn't want her child to get hurt. Something tells me that Megan's mom has hurt her a lot. Is it just me? Is it just me?
I don't know why. I watch her content sometimes. She could be a lot, but I like her reviews on Married at First Sight. I don't know if I would want her as a friend or a family member, but I like how she give it up as far as the reviews. But what I don't understand is why she puts an intro at 7 minutes into the video. I don't understand that at all. That shit makes no sense to me. Oh, or maybe it's a commercial. Hold on. Come in and enjoy. Well, that isn't. Okay. Join channel membership. Okay, it's like a little commercial. That's fine. Private coaching available. Are you ready? I feel like she needs to re-edit this. I'll just say that. But hey, go over and subscribe to her if you want. Her channel is called Married for 10 Years. She got 10K subscribers. It's a hard struggle to get to 10K. What's this?
Can't play on my court, can't hang with the big dogs.
Don't want to get copyrighted for that, but I like the view. What league is this? Oh, is this a fake? Oh, I thought it was. Is this a league? I watch this league. See, people only care about seeing women if we could see, this type of thing. Whatever. Let's get back to it.
God, you're sick.
Come on in, everyone. Come on in. So maybe Derek is. But you know what else I got to move on to next? Another couple I'm going to give a thumbs down to, Pat and Rhonda. Thumbs down. I don't see it, y'all. I don't see it long term. I think it's going to be a lot of hot sex in the beginning, but I think it's going to fizzle out because I'm not for sure Pat can put up with Rhonda long term.
Yeah, Rhonda is a nutcase. Did I talk about? I think I talked about Rhonda on a previous stream. I'm almost positive I talked about her. She's the lady who, oh gosh. First off, her personality is a fucking lot. Even her kids on the show was like, "Can you tone it down? Because you're a lot to fucking deal with," and she is. She one of those like loud, quirky, do ridiculous shit type of older women. So her first marriage was to a guy she only knew for 3 months, and she had 4 kids with him after they got married. So she was with him for essentially a decade and married him after 3 months. And guess what the reason is she broke up her family of 6? He wouldn't work. She claimed he just wouldn't ever work. You don't think you figured that out before 4 kids in a 10-year marriage? So after 4 kids in essentially 10 years, you just finally decided he just won't work. So what was he doing for 10 years? You put up with him not working for 10 years? Just keep your family together at that point. I ain't even gonna go down that road. But yeah, she's a lot.
Rhonda's a lot. She hell on wheels. You could tell. You could tell. Can put up with Rhonda long term. Rhonda's a lot. She hell on wheels. You could tell. Anybody jumping into the pool with their wedding dress on, she hell on wheels. Then her kids even said it. When your kids who are only in their 20s also can't handle you and you in your 60s, you hell on wheels. Them kids shrink around their mama. Them kids defer to their mama. Them kids give up the whole entire floor, conversation, that party bus, everything, so their mama can run around and take up all the room. That mama loved to be seen. She wore that red dress so she could be seen. She loves to be seen. She loves attention. And my thing is Pat going to be able to give her attention enough that she's satisfied? Or is she a bottomless glass that needs attention so much she can never be satisfied? That's what I'm worried about. I'm going to tell you right now what I'm worried about.
Oh, and let me just throw this out there too. So she broke up her family of 6 in marriage of 10 years. And then immediately, well, I don't know if it was immediately after, but then after said, "Oh, my kids are missing out on that family dynamic," and married some guy, and it only lasted for a year and a half. Her marriage only lasted a year and a half. She's a fucking clown and a joke, to put it simply. And now she's doing Married at First Sight. She's just a clown and a joke.
About. She said she was married before, and that's who the father of the children are, but he didn't want to work, make no money, probably because she was doing every damn thing. You can tell Rhonda do a lot. She does a lot, and that man probably sat there and said, if I can't make no decisions and I can't do nothing, then I'm going to sit here and live up off you. Rhonda said, I want all the power and make all the decisions, but I still want you to make some money. She says she already been married twice. This is her third one. Is the third one the charm? Let me tell you what worries me about Rhonda. Is the key giveaway I always say. When people come and they talk and they say, I'm looking for somebody to accept me as I am, it don't work out.
Yeah, that's how can I put it? I mean, yeah, it's not a good thing to say in a relationship, because in a relationship you got to be a little, not so much the man, but even the man, like you got to be willing to kind of compromise a little, budge a little, tweak a couple things. Even as a man, even though as the man you leading and she's on your program, you still got to make little tweaks with things if you want things to work, in my opinion. So yeah, coming in like just accept me as I am right this second, like no, bruh. You grow, you change, you make compromise. So no, yeah, that's not something you want to hear from somebody you getting into a relationship with. Don't ask me to change shit. I'm like no.
What kind of shit is that?
Accept me as I am, it don't work out. It don't work out because like I said, who are you looking for? Jesus, who says come as you are, and even When Jesus says, come as you are, he's going to require some changes. He sure is. He's going to require some change. There's no one who's going to accept you as you are. Everyone will require changes. And so when someone tells me they're looking for a person to accept them as they are, just as they are, so that they can be themselves, they're not going to get along with anyone. No one. Not at all. So that's what concerns me about Rhonda, that even though she's been married twice, and she really does want a committed relationship, she's not willing to make the changes necessary. And I'm sure one of those changes is toning it down. Toning it down. Now, are they going to have great sex? I think so. I think so. But Pat is a spaceman, like he said. He's introverted. He's been in space his whole life. He's probably a little bit analytical. And although he's going to love walking on the wild side with Rhonda here and there, the question is going to be, does he always want to live in that space all the time? Is it going
Hell no!
Does he always want to live in that space all the time? Is it going to be fun in the beginning, then afterwards it's going to be irritating? I'm voting for irritating, because even at that wedding, when she was running around with no shoes on, even her daughter was irritated. Her daughter was uneasy. They're really trying to marry this, you know, them kids is really trying to marry their mama off because they said, we don't want to be responsible for her in her old age. They really want this to work. I can tell these kids want this to work. And can we please pass her on to you, because we can't deal with her. Pat said he living with his mama, his 80-something-year-old mama, because his mama is still mourning the death of his father.
So we got a donation from, I think this is, who is this? We got a donation from, PD. We got a donation from PD. I'm not sure off the top of my head who this is as far as their YouTube username. I'm assuming they'll expose themselves. They say good luck on the morning live, donated $5. So PD, you are a live stream sponsor. For anybody who cares, I mean, I'm about to get off, but for anybody who cares, if you want me to stay on 2 hours, we need $10 more to stay on 2 hours. But this for you, PD.
That's a hard nigga.
It's the happiest day of my life, is what I'm saying.
Hit it, hit it, hit it, hit it.
You a gangster.
I'm winning any motherfucker way I can lose.
Okay, Cowboy P. It's gonna take, no promises, Cowboy P. I mean, I guess if you donate all the time, but if you donate once in a while, which is cool, whatever you can give, but if it's only once in a while, it's gonna take me a long to make that correlation. But shout out to Cowboy P.
Mourning the death of his father, her husband. I don't know, Pat. I'm not quite buying that story. The other red flag I had with Pat is he said he got kids, sons or whatever, but none of them showed up for the wedding. Why is that? Why didn't your son show up for you at a wedding? And why are you living with your 86-year-old mama? You can't live down the street, around the corner, nearby, 5 minutes away, and your mama can't live with you? He said he moved there from Arizona to Texas. I don't know. I'm gonna have to learn more about it. I'm gonna have to learn more about Pat, right? But right now, and I'm telling you right now, it's gonna be a thumbs down. I see too many things about these two that don't match well. And although it feels exciting in the beginning, this feels like one of those relationships that's gonna crash and burn. Really, it really does feel that way. But that's all I got right now, y'all. Hopefully you will continue watching the season with me, and I'll be back because we got one more couple I got to be introduced to. That's Jalen's mama and her new husband. And then I'll have to tell you what I think about that as well. But anyway, talk to y'all soon.
All right, yeah, I think she do a good job of touching on the main points of the show. Yeah. So we had an hour, so this is what we'll do. I'll go over a couple of more minutes of this in case anybody want to donate to keep me on 2 hours. We need $10 more. If not, I'm gonna get off after a few of these.
And you probably have more to offer than that. And so if a guy is just willing to treat you to dinner because of what you look like online, that shows a lot about his character too. So not only those two things, but in addition to that, it's like,
I kind of like her. She's making sense. I mean, she's probably some type of online whore. I mean, she's doing a video with whatever bra strap showing in little shorts. So she's probably a whore. But I still like her. Because here's the thing. Just because a woman is a whore doesn't mean she isn't a likable human. There's plenty of charismatic whores out there. But see, they're really dangerous. Because it's like, oh, I know I shouldn't fuck with this bitch because she's a whore. But she's actually a likable human. Those are the really dangerous ones.
only those two things. But in addition to that, it's like if you just want a nice dinner, like you should be on Seeking Arrangements and not on regular dating apps.
Well, if I'm not mistaken, that side comes with giving up the sugar, not just going out and have dinner in a place you could never afford to go by yourself. But yeah, wasting your time. I'm not on a...
It's just a weird coinky dink that she got her leg propped up like she's literally like trying to sell you her pussy. But she, hey, at least she's saying something that makes sense. I'll give it to her while selling her pussy. Good strategy. Pander to men mentally while pandering to them physically. What natural reason can there be why your leg has to be up so we can see your poom poom? Whatever. We know what this is. Never mind.
Place you could never afford to go by yourself. But yeah, wasting your time. I'm not on a dating app, never was, never will be. So I could be completely wrong about this, but isn't that pretty much wasting your time? Not only that they don't really work, but at the same time you're gonna spend time talking to a guy through text, phone calls, and so on before he even mentions a date. If you've wasted, let's say, 2 weeks of your life talking to some guy and he mentions coffee dates and you say no because that's beneath you, all you did was...
This is how men make you do more for them by just saying a few simple words. Men say brains matter more than beauty. When men say brains matter more than beauty, we...
Well, if most men really believe that. Oh, I mean, I think there's some men who believe femininity matters more than beauty. But brains, we don't really care about your brain. Most men on this planet care more about your head than your brain, if you know what I mean. So, but yeah, I don't know about that. I don't care if she ugly, man. She's a real intellectual. No, bruh. No. Stop it. Stop it. That's just shit men say to try to impress a woman who they are already attracted to.
When men say brains matter more than beauty, we might think, oh yeah, it makes sense. We need to be smart and not focus so much on vanity. We're all beautiful on the inside and who we are as human beings matters more. That's not what they mean. That's not what patriarchy wants when they say that brains...
Here we go! Here the fuck we go! Here the fuck we go!
matter more than beauty. Society, patriarchy, men tell women that brains matter more than beauty to guilt trip us into proving ourselves to them, aka making us do more for them. If you've ever heard the sentence, oh well, you need to be smart. Beauty doesn't matter. Beauty's gonna fade. This is not something men say because they value who you are on the inside. This is something they say to you because they know that women are gonna be like, oh, you're saying I'm just a stupid woman who only cares about her looks? Oh yeah, I'm gonna show you how smart I am. And that's when the men are like, got you. I got you so good.
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. But niggas spy out you, nigga. Shut the fuck up.
All right, y'all. Thanks for stopping by. I'll catch you guys tonight between probably 7 and 8 p.m. Central Time. Join the membership. It's only $5 a month. It really helps the channel. Join my backup YouTube page. It's called Modern Dating Gone Wrong. Link is in the description. Follow me on Rumble if you haven't already. Check out merch. Link in the description. Catch you guys tonight.